Yo guys, what is up? I'm back with another video, and honestly, this is one of the craziest builds I've ever used. I'm sure everyone's seen the Starfire protocol spam, the Sunbracers spam on the Warlocks, and it just looks so fun. But I've recently discovered that young Ahamkara spine is absolutely insane, and you're basically tossing out mini nukes left, right, and center. And with the way that I've set up my aspects and fragments, we're also throwing out 2 mini nukes with gunpowder gamble as well. And guys, this is such a fun build. But basically the entire rotation revolves around Gambler's dodge. So you'll get your dodge, you'll come up to a boss or a group of enemies, dodge, get your knives, throw your fan of knives out. That scorch all the targets, and with young Ahamkara spine, it'll completely refund your grenade, and when you toss it, you'll be able to cause an ignition because you're building up so many stacks. And on top of that, when you kill all the ads, you are able to get gunpowder gamble to proc as well. Even more explosions, even more DPS, and it is just such a fun time. But here are the aspects and fragments we're using on your mark and gunpowder gamble, along with Ember of Char, Ember of Singeing, Ember of Eruption, and Ember of Ashes. Ember of Ashes is nice just to be able to apply more scorch stacks. So one fan of knives and one trip mine grenade, you get an ignition. And then obviously you want the Ember of Eruption for larger ignitions. Singeing allows you to, when you toss out your knives or you get the scorch off your grenade, you're able to recharge your class ability, your dodge. You get to redo the entire cycle over again. And then Ember of Char for the spread of scorch on your ignitions, again from your grenade or gunpowder gamble ignitions. You get your dodge back and you can completely redo the cycle, and it is just super fun. But the main weapons that I'm using are Wither Horde, Callous Mini Tool with Incandescent, and then Retrofit Escapade, but you can use whichever you like. I think for DPS, like prime DPS, you could use Cataclysmic with Bait and Switch and 4th times the Charm, because you're switching your weapons so much and you're throwing out grenades so much. Using both of your weapons, that having Bait and Switch would be super good, but obviously it depends on the encounter. And then for the mods, we are using Solar Siphon, Ashes to Assets, Heavy Ammo Finder, and then I've got all resilience mods because I just found that the survivability of this build wasn't the greatest because you are throwing yourself into the fight a lot, especially up against bosses, but as you'll see in the gameplay, you're able to absolutely melt bosses, so it's pretty fun. And then I've got Melee Kickstart, Impact Induction doubled up, and then some Concussive Dampeners, Recuperation, Innervation, Solar Weapons Surge, and then we've also got Utility Kickstart with Double Bomber, and another Resilience Forged on my Artifice Cloak. But yeah, guys, super fun build, and I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay.